$1.99. Cute cut, very, very, very flattering, a little bit closer to the body than some of the other things that we've had so far in this show. And I have a tank top underneath just because I change my clothes so much. You do not need a tank top underneath, but that's why you see that peeking out. Here's your colors. Medium wash, that's actually what I have on. So you get, again, really nice fading and shading and a little bit of whiskering. They just look like, you know, well-worn, lived-in denim. My belly button is right there, so I guess it would have to go up over the belly button, but I have a very long torso, like really long, so I don't know, these feel kind of high-waisted to me. And then they go up really high in the back. I mean, we're like to the center of my back here, so a nice high yoke. And you see that right there gives you a nice rounding in the tushy, and then also when you bend over, you're not going to see anything. I remember, oh goodness, but well before my QVC days, but wearing jeans that you bent over and you saw the entire world down here. So it's nice to have that higher waist. But they're not overly tight. I mean, this is my usual, this is my 0, which is my QVC sizing. They are a boyfriend jean, so they have a more generous cut through the hip, more generous cut through the thigh. These aren't meant to be skin tight. I love the little roll. That's how I would wear them. That's how they're meant to be worn is with that roll. However, you can, I'm sore. You can unroll. It was leg day this morning. And I'm telling you, I could just stay here and stretch in this position for the rest of the show. It would feel so good. The thighs, the legs, everything. Oh, so sore. So anyway, you could do either way, but I think it looks better to do it. But my husband and I are like, you haven't had a boyfriend. You've had a guy you like. That's different. Like, there's been no dating. But high school's a whole different story, right? So in high school, I really only had one boyfriend. Great guy. Like, still to this day, friends. He's a firefighter in Southern California, actually, not far from Venice Beach. Firefighter, lifeguard down there. But then in college, I dated a ton. And then after college, I always say to my husband, who I met when I was 23. Oh, goodness, I was so young. I met him when I was 23. We got married when I was 25. But I always tell him that I dated all the boys. And I knew that you were the one. So I tell my daughters, like, you're not going to, date. Go out with different people. See what it's like. But when I was dating a lot, I had a rule that I could not date somebody who wore a smaller size pant than I did. It just wasn't going to work out. It just wouldn't, like, universally wouldn't work out. If my producer, also a woman, said the exact same thing. It's just, you know, like, I've never been a petite girl. Like, I'm 5'9", I'm into tight denim on a hot, sticky day. It's just not happening. That sounds absolutely horrible to me. And then sitting in a hot car or anything like that in tight, uncomfortable denim, unless, let's say, I'm horseback riding or I'm out at the farm or something like that. I get it. Full coverage denim is really, really important in those situations. I'm not going to wear a crop. I'm going to wear a boot, and then I'm actually going to wear a boot. I dropped my daughter off this morning. She's got a love of goats. She's in 4-H and she shows a goat. And we don't have the goat at our house. Thank you, baby Jesus. But she goes to the farm and cares for the goat. And in the summer, she's there more often. And it's morning because you have to wake up first thing in the morning. And the goats need relief. They're dairy goats, by the way. Everybody calm down. There's no eating of goats. There's no killing of goats. They're dairy goats. So they're shown for their milk and their cheese. But you got to wake up first thing in the morning and you have to milk them, because they get really heavy. So I drive her there before I come into work 3 days a week, super early. And she's like, jeans, boots, hat, like, you know, it's muddy, there's flies, it's hot, but she's got to be in like some serious denim. And by the way, this fabric in the denim is serious denim. This is a 99 cotton, 1% span. Just a great jean. This is your Big Sur medium wash. I want to talk to you about these jeans. This is the Pacific Denim boyfriend jeans. Super cute. We had a whole conversation about boyfriend clothes and how darling are these. Funny story about that quick change. You know, it might have felt like you sit, like, at least for me, like you sit in silence for 35 seconds and you're like, wow, that's a lot of silence. I actually think that I could put on a resume that I change faster than just about anybody. I'm just saying, it's a skill. I changed so fast. And that was a full change. That was pants and top, my friends. I actually went to a store with a door the other day. Now, that being said, there's more spandex, so you don't have to like do the, oh, I can't get these on, lay down, zip them up, especially in a boyfriend cut like this. But you feel like you're in a real jean. You're not in a pajama jean. You're not in a sweatpant jean. You feel like you're in a real jean, and they're just really cute, especially in this boyfriend mama moments, going through like these changes in life and the kids getting older. And I had like 20 minutes to kill before I had to go pick them up from school, and I was coming from an appointment, and I drove by a store with a door, and I was like, I'll just run in and look. Like, it's research. It's my job. I am, a shopping host. So I ran in and I pulled like 10, 12 things, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go try these on because they're kind of cute. I kid you not, it was a 15 minutes shopping situation. I bought 8 items. It was that quick. It just happened. They had to be having a good sale. I just went a little crazy, and I get up to the front and I'm paying, and the woman, she's like, so did you get a chance to try these on? I'm sure she was afraid I was going to return everything, right? And because I was in there so quick, I was like in and out and bought 8 items. And I was like, yeah, I did. I just changed really, really, really quick. She looked at me like I had 4 heads, which is the medium. And it's got great whiskering and shading. The shading that you see on the thigh, that kind of helps shape the thigh a little bit. Same thing with kind of that washed vintagey look that you get. I'm going to show you real quick again what I was talking about. See how high up these go? These aren't technically a high waist, but these are pretty high. Like my belly button's right there. They're pretty high, especially in the back, and that yoke is what's going to give you a nice shape, but it's also going to be so when you bend over, you reach down to get something, you're not going to show everything. Belt loops. Yeah, these are darn near a high-waisted jean in a really good way, though. But you get nice stretch. I mean, this is my usual QVC size, and they're not too tight and they're not constrictive. I love a boyfriend jean because it's a little bit of a crop. Now, you could, in this one, if you wanted to make it less of a crop, you could absolutely do that too. But I think that I think that's really, I don't know, at least for me, it's more flattering when you do the roll because it evens out your hips a little bit when you do a crop. Because a crop like this is kind of the same as when you do a boot cut or a baby bell. It kind of gives you that great look. I love traveling in boyfriend jeans. Jeans are great to travel in because they're sturdy. This inside seaming on the inside of the leg is inset. So special and different, and it really, I mean, so you see it there, but then look at me from the front. It almost, it shapes your leg. It makes your legs look almost thinner. And so I like it rolled like this, but you've also seen them both ways, right? You can also do it like this. So either way, they're going to look super cute.
Kind of,
total beachy.
It's kind of fun and whatever. But then when you take it down like that, it could be like just a little bit more polished and a little bit more done, and you wear a beautiful top with it. And like instead of a flip flop like Kirsten's wearing, you put on a wedge.
Buy the French terry top. Like, I don't understand how we have even any of them left. I cannot get over it. So super cute, boardwalk, beach, whatever, having that guacamole.
Whatever.
Right? Okay. Light wash, medium, vintage, washed black, so good. But then, wait for it. So then I unrolled, I put a wedge on.
There you go.
And
totally different
cardigan, something. And now I'm just a little bit more, a little date night, first date. Right? I mean, come on, I'm just saying.
True. You look adorable. You look so cute. And it's so true. Like, that's what Lori loves about these clothes, and that's what she wants. That's her inspiration. She wants you to be able to do what Kirsten just did. She wants you to be able to wear different accessories and different jackets and shoes and terrific prices. And, this jean is just like such a great jean, and denim is such an important part of our lives. We really are living in denim, both for work and for play, and casual Friday turned into casual Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Too high, they come up high enough.
It's hard to find jeans.
I'm 5'9", and I'm wearing a small, and it comes right a little bit below my knee.
Yeah.
So that's really great. I don't know if you can see it from here. Yeah.
It does
so
give you
really
nice
some
coverage.
Great coverage.
Yeah, just below my knee as well. $29.98 is what you paid.
It has that slimming effect, but it does have that wonderful stretch and recovery. So it's always, no matter what you're doing, whether it's bending, running, walking, it's always going to go back to that beautiful, original, flattering shape on your leg.
Yeah, I do like that snaps.
And look how cute it is when you open that.
Gives you
it's just that added detail. So even if everything else that you're wearing, if you're wearing a neutral top with it, with no design, this is where your pop of personality and detail is going to come in, because it looks so cute around the calf area. Just like, oh, there's a little bit, there's a little pop of, fashion, which I love.
Regulars and petites.
And you can wear
21 inches and 19 inches in your MC. 90-10, 90 cotton.
Yes.
10 spandex, and then the French terry that you've seen in the other pants, which is a 95 cotton, 5 span. So just a difference of a 5% material either way. These will fit more like a workout, a yoga, a stretch pant than the French terry, which feels and fits more like a sweat pant. But what you're going to love about this and this fabric with the jersey and the capri is I do feel like it's a little bit more active. So maybe you are going to Pilates or going to yoga. Maybe you are walking. Not that you can't do all of that in the 95.5. You absolutely can. But if you want something that's a little bit closer to the body, fits a little bit closer, but is not see-through when you bend over, has more personality, is not shiny, because you're never going to find that shiny, like tons of spandex material.
Lacquer.
At all.
Lacquer.
My producer and I were discussing that before you came on. It's kind of like badminton, right? Is that what I heard?